It just seems like Doug tries to put people in positions and matchups to ISO and get open. But, man, I think a lot falls on Wentz's shoulders as far as these long developing plays and having to maneuver inside the pocket when guys are coming at you. So I think what it's going to come down to more than trick plays is special teams plays. Like, we got to tighten up. Certainly can't give off a kick return touchdown like we did against the Lions. And, I mean, man, block a kick at the end of the game, and you end up getting a block in the back penalty. So it's just things like that, too. So I do think special teams
self-inflicted wounds,
needs to be a factor. Yeah, special teams needs to be a factor. Like,
okay,
we have to
I'm going to jump in here
position.
quick, and you can get back to it. But we are after midnight, guys, so I'm going to call 5-minute warning because it's late. So let's wrap this up. 5 minutes.
Yeah. So, I mean, in conclusion, on the Eagles' part, for the Eagles to win this game, Aguilar, again, has to be heroic like he has been. Ertz has to really show up. And, more importantly, the offensive line has to live up to what they were supposed to be at the beginning of the season. Let's get these guys on the field, but more importantly, let's execute. Let's start making holes and getting these guys so they're not having to juke right behind the line of scrimmage. Let's get the yards before contact at that nice Todd Gurley range where they're getting 3-4 yards up the field before they're even touched. And then we can talk about, getting this aerial assault going. So on the defensive side of the ball, it's going to be Rasul Douglas starting in place of Ronald Darby. I would expect to see a lot of Rasul on Devontae Adams, a lot of Sidney Jones on Marquez Valdez-Scantling, which scares the hell out of me because Sidney Jones is so susceptible to the double moves, and MVS is very good at the out and up. I've seen it a couple times now. So got to get pressure. It's one of the worst pressure rate defenses in the league right now. So to win this game, special teams, pressure on defense, and run the ball on offense for the Eagles. Those are my keys to the game.
Yeah, Green Bay, I'll come out and say it, pressure as well, but it's not the fact that they haven't been applying pressure. If they have to be consistent with it and show that they're these nasty monsters of the NFC North on that defensive side that have been growing their name to these past 3 weeks. I really think that they can get near the 10-sack mark if the offensive line is banged up, and especially if Peters comes off, Like you said, if Peters comes off the field, you're throwing in Andre Dillon, a rookie, against Preston Smith, who's on fire, and Zadarius Smith, who's one of the best technical rushers right now. So I'm not saying it's going to be by just like 1 or 2 people. It could be by 3 or 4 people, Dylan, and they could have like 2 or 3 sacks apiece. But yeah, I think the healthiness of the Philly team, I just think that's their downgrade, but that also makes it that they're desperate, and I'm expecting some tricky plays. I'm expecting that fake punt that Peterson wouldn't have called 2 weeks ago. Because to me, he sees a different game. This might be down the road after the Eagles recoup and make the playoffs, and who knows, Packers, Eagles may be playoff contenders. So that's just me. Happy birthday, Dylan.
Happy birthday to you.
It's
officially after midnight, so happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, you sexy ass man. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Dylan, happy
It's all downhill from
birthday.
And many more.
Yes, I get the wonderful gift of watching my Eagles get thrashed at Lambeau Field. Great.
Does Jalen Ramsey get traded to the Eagles? Birthday gift. Howie, make it happen.
That's right. I called it. I guess the last thing I'll say is it seems to be most obvious of mistakes. You can't have the fumble, and you can't have 7 drops. So that's the last thing I'll say on the Eagles end. That is Captain Obvious.
Well, yeah. Okay, it's not the last thing you're going to say because we have to go round table. Final scores, MVP of the game.
Go ahead.
Dillon, do you want to go first, buddy?
Sure. I think it's going to be 24-13 Packers. Aaron Jones, MVP of the game.
I think Jay and I are in agreement here. I think they need to get their first 30. I think it's 31-13. I think the defense holds them enough and keeps their trend, not letting too many points on the board or just field goals. Player of the game, none other than MVS. I think he has a 2-touchdown night, 120, 130 yards.
Well, definitely see that.
I got this game 32-17. They stick to their elite under 20 for the fourth straight week. 32-17. Packers prevail on this one.
I will say this: in an Eagles scenario,
who's your MVP?
They win.
Yeah.
MVP.
My MVP is going to be. I'm going to say it's going to be Zadarius Smith this week. It was Preston Smith.
Ooh, the Smith brothers alternate.
Yeah, it was Preston last week. It's going to be Zadarius this week. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all. I'm sorry. I know you guys both took offensive players, but I am trying to get people to stop with this ragging on the offense. This team. This is my last little mini rant of the night. This team, Green Bay, guys, you need to listen. This team's culture is different. And if you don't believe me, you are being deaf, dumb, and blind to what's being reported and what the players in that building are telling you. The defense is walking around that building telling everybody and screaming to everybody in the country that this team ain't led by Aaron Rodgers. And that's not saying that literally, it's still Aaron Rodgers' team, but they're literally taking the pressure off of him, off the media. They are literally walking around, and anybody with a camera and a microphone, they will jump in front of, especially the Smith boys and Adrian Amos, will jump in front of it and talk about how this defense is running this team, is leading this team, and it's on them, and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm going to tell you what, it's a beautiful thing to see. We have wanted it, and I think it's kind of funny that we've all wanted it. And Dave, you're part of this, and I know you're not part of the second part of this, but now it's making me laugh is now even the people that have wanted it, even the pundits out there that I respect, that are beat writers for the Packers, they still want to now pick on other things about the offense. Well, you can't have it both ways. This defense is taking the pressure off the offense so that it can find itself, and when they do, it's going to really be beautiful because they're not in a rush to force things. They're going to be able to find what they do well, and they're going to only be able to – it's just wonderful. And I'm going to end it with that. Get used to it, Green Bay Packers.
Fun fact, add on that defensive piggyback. The Packers lead the NFL in defensive pressure percentage on the quarterbacks this season at 39%. Last year, they were 21st in the league. They have done so with the fifth lowest blitz rate at 19.5%. So they're meeting the pressure rate with four-man fronts.
I'm telling you, it's a new guard in Green Bay, and everybody needs to jump on board. And it's beautiful. Okay, we got to wrap this up, guys.
Dillon, I feel like I need to give you a hug. Not just because it's your birthday.
It's his birthday, too. This is terrible. It's a good way to end it and a bad way to end it all in the same thing. Happy birthday again, Dillon. I hope you have a great day.
Happy birthday, Dilly.
You make your day special.
Well, thank you, guys.
And make your new wife rub your feet, bathe your head in oil. Excuse me, I'm sorry. It's old Israeli blood in me. Anyway...
This is a Greco-Roman wrestling.
Those are Bible references, dude. Come on, you should.
I don't read that damn thing.
Oh God. Anyway, it's a joke, dude. just a long joke. Never mind. Go for it.
Long in the tooth, Jay.
If you haven't had enough of our talking after 2 hours and you're still up after midnight, you want to go to NFL Addictions on Facebook.com. It is one of the best NFL banter sites out there. It's not a trash talk site, so keep it cool, keep it cordial, keep it friendly. That's NFL Addictions on Facebook.com. And if you still got an itch to scratch and you're looking to buy a chance for that memorabilia you can't afford to stock up your man cave, you want to go to Raz Addictions on Facebook.com and play their version of the raffle for all kinds of chances to play and win. They even have money raffles where you can buy a $10 raffle ticket for a chance to win $100. That's winning a chance to win 10 times your money. That's amazing. And they've got all kinds of cool memorabilia. Tell them what you've won, Dave.
I've won stuff. No, I'm kidding, folks. I've won Lombardi era stuff all the way from Nitsky, Taylor, Starr, Horning, Dave Robinson. I mean, I've won helmets from this era as well with Rogers, Adams. I mean, I've got the Super Bowl ring replicas. I've got the tailgate kit that I've won for $40 that goes for like almost $300 in with shipping included. So I mean, you go on there. There's tons of stuff. You'll be able to win. I promise.
That is Raz Addictions on Facebook.com. You want to go there, play and win. Shout outs tonight, man. Go ahead, Dave.
I'm going to start off with PackToTheFuture.com. We just jumped on board recently under the podcast section, but they offer much more, guys. Man, they offer tickets. They offer media content for video, audio. They got articles. They got all kinds of stuff on there that covers the Packers. But, again, we are under the podcast section. It's a growing website, and it's already big in the begin with. So, I mean, we're just another small addition to an amazing group. Next up, Parker Mose. Go ahead, Jack.
At Parker Mose.
At diehardpackerfan.com. He is a very up-and-coming, great writer. The kid breaks down play-by-play, post-game stuff. He breaks down film, and he all puts it pen to paper. He doesn't do it with the videography stuff. He does it old school, and you know what? It makes me appreciate it even more. I know you will if you read it. Next up, Julie Noted. She's a co-founder of PFG Vibe with Russell Baxter, and that's growing like hotcakes right now, folks. Get on that bandwagon and freaking listen to their media. It's amazing. Also, too, she's part of Our Turf Football. All media, female writers. They're all talented, but Julie takes the cake there. She has put out really good content. Can not stop reading her stuff whenever it comes out every couple of days. Moving on, Mr. Ryan Molstead, Packers 365 of our own post-game show segment. Man, I tell you what, Ryan has been very, very quiet lately, and I think when that happens, we've noticed, because he got a little quiet right before Chicago, and then bam, defensive performance. I'm telling you folks, if Ryan's quiet, something big is coming, and it's usually for the Packers. So check out his content that he's putting out right now, because he checks out all podcasts. He listens to everything, folks. He's got the time to do it. I'm telling you, follow his Twitter, Packers365 at Ryan Molstead. Last but not least, Monty at the Sports Whisperer at sportsnutsandbolts.com, the man that does the work for you so you don't have to.
Yeah, you want to follow their show Sunday mornings, 11 a.m., right after Dillon's Fantasy Files pregame show. It's the full Monty football show with, Monty. He's great. He's got great guests, great content. You want to listen to that.